Hello.
I am very pleased that we're doing this. This has been a game that has been on my mind for a while. And even though Ham is absent, I am not delaying this any longer. We have been holding on to this session for 2 months. And it's being run today. I'm no longer delaying it. Everybody, welcome to Rage Across Russia. This will have nothing to do with current political schisms and catastrophes happening in the modern day, nor am I making a political statement involving that. I'm making a political statement in something else. That's what it is. Well, how about you watch the live play and then you figure out what I'm trying to say. All right.
He made Russia. What does he mean by this?
See, it's a horrible place where nobody has ever been happy at any point in history.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's got a wonderful history, and that's why it's so terrible. And it's also a fantastic place to run a werewolf game because I don't know what country has a bunch of wolves in it.
Canada.
Huh? Yeah. You're out of your mind, you stooge.
I don't know.
More than any other country in history, Russia reminds me of the Klingon Empire.
Right. Where you got all these people with weird foreheads.
Well, no, it's more of like the culture in general, and I'm not even speaking to like the whole warlike nature of it. It's very, very masculine, but there's underlying vulnerability. Like they're obsessed with poetry, Like
so much great artwork.
Russian men obsessed with beauty and art and poetry, and Klingons were the same way. Like they warrior poets. That's kind of the archetype.
Well, I mean, 6 of the greatest classical musicians to ever exist came out of Russia.
That's
well,
right.
7,
100%.
if you include, because Tchaikovsky. Well, actually, yeah, 6. There was the 5, and then Tchaikovsky wasn't allowed to be in their little club for some reason.
You saw the video.
I did see the video. Yes. Go watch Russian Revolution. Good Thing, Bad Thing. It's a great video.
Yep, Flapper.
Yes.
Flapper. FLAPPR.
I am Johnny, the host of the show, and your storyteller for the evening. Along with us, we've got Kyle, we've got Ryan, we've got Meepian, and we've got Sean. And Ham will be a part of this game. It's just that he has got something to do with a wedding. I know he's got a gig as a photographer. He takes pictures for a living. I'm surprised that you could still get gigs with that, considering that everybody's got a camera now.
Did it for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it was because she works for a modeling company.
For a little bit, she did. Yeah. Now she just has her Instagram account. Follow Nikki Clicks on Instagram.
For the cosplay girlfriend, that's who she works for.
Yeah, close enough.
And let's see here. What do we think is going to happen with this game before we start?
We're all gonna die.
I'm gonna kill motherfuckers.
And maybe anything from you?
Things might get a little depraved over on my end.
Tight.
We are dealing with one of the worst evils in all of World of Darkness. Now, this, if you have seen our New York live play, this is a different continuity. This is going off of a different Gehenna scenario, so to speak. Every single story I tell, it is based around the events of Gehenna happening. And the antediluvian that causes it will be different for each game. Malkav was the center of our New York game. Given the setting, take a wild guess as to which antediluvian is behind this one.
Dracula.
You stooge, that is no antediluvian. If I had a fan, I'd hit you upside the head with it.
Kane.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right.
You're welcome.
Let's see.
Here to help.
Let's see here. Now, shall we actually begin the game something proper?
Yes.
All right. Now, don't introduce your characters just yet. But we will be focusing on one guy in particular for the start of this. Ryan, you will be playing as one Zamir Vega.
Yes.
There he is. It's got it's got it looks like half Uzbekistani, half Redditor.
Excuse me.
It's coming.
Full.
What this came out to
Redditor.
be. Full Redditor. See, and what subreddits does he go to?
What time period is this?
2000. So the site doesn't exist, but if it did exist,
I think it was 4chan there.
see,
Yeah, it would have been.
I wish it was. I wish it was.
What? I don't know.
See, he went on to Make My Coffin before it got taken down.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't even know what that subreddit is.
Nope. He's a part of R Ponder This.
r/r/ Ponder to the Orb.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a
And,
YouTube channel where he smokes marijuana and debunks religion.
Oh, dear Lord, no, we don't need to be reminded of that.
All right, let's actually begin.
Yes.
Let's do it.
And this will be the only episode you hear Silent Hill music in. I will be using different soundtracks throughout this game. I've got an ethos with this game. It's going to be half classical, half Moog synthesizer with some of the songs. If I use a song that's by a low-key artist that is requesting to be credited, or I feel like they need a little bit of attention, Kyle, I will send you the credit and we'll put that in the description.
Okay.
All right.
Also do like a little edit and put it on screen as well.
I wish we could. I wish we had time for that shit.
Yep.
Alright.
If I had software that wasn't shit, I'd do that.
If you had a Mac and you had iMovie like I did.
What do you mean? You got OBS. There's a text option in OBS.
Yeah, put in the BS and OBS.
Well, yeah, but then I gotta edit it in real time, and that's a pain in the ass.
I
All right. Let's begin. All right. It is the year 2000, the year of our Lord. Our story takes place in the heart of Russia. By this point, the Red Star has risen in the sky. On December 1999, a red star known as Wormwood appeared within all spaces, in the material plane, in the Umbra, and the Shadowlands, even appearing in the Dreaming. It rose in the night sky, and it stayed there, always shining with a menacing red light. Everyone who recognized the supernatural, everyone who was aware of the apocalypse of Gehenna, knew what that star was supposed to mean. The end was approaching. Now, whether or not that end was going to happen tomorrow, or 20 years in the future, maybe even 100 years, we didn't know. But there was only one truth. The age of Pisces had ended, and the age of Aquarius had begun. A flood hangs above your heads. It's only a matter of time before the basin that holds it breaks, and the entire world will be flooded, either cleansed with purifying water, or submerged in a black sea. Where we begin. Zamir Vega, you are in darkness. You don't know where you are. Can you breathe?
Can I?
No, you feel no air pass between your lips as you try to breathe. Can you see your hand in front of your face? No, there's nothing to feel. There's nothing to hold. Where are you? The ground beneath you. It feels wet, but there's a numbness that covers your entire body. You've slowly pushed yourself onto your knees. Where is this place? What's going on here? How did you get here? You are in an endless sea. Zamir, you stand on the water surface. You look around. Your shoes are positioned right on top of the water. No ripples come out from it. You look around, and there is no sound. Look into the sky. There is not a single star. It's an eternal night sky with only a single moon hanging above the sky. The water reflects the moon. As you're looking around, Zamir, how did we end up here? Where is this?
I remember.
Zamir,
When I speak, does anything come out?
You are able to speak. You can hear your own voice.
Am I asleep? Is this a vision?
It's a vision. You step forward. The water continues to stay still. Look around to your left, to your right. There's nobody around you. And Zamir, you think, weren't there other people? Wasn't there supposed to be, I don't know, a man from the Congo and 2 people from the cities of Russia? Where are they? Why are you the only one here? This doesn't make any sense to you.
I'm gonna yell out, "Hello? Is there anyone here?"
All you hear bounce back at you is the echo of your own voice.
Am I able to put my hand under the water?
You press your hand to it. You press your hand, and yes, you are able to put your hand beneath the water. There's I guess another layer to this realm. As you slowly bring your face to the water, you begin to notice something. There's a bit of red pooling around where you're standing. Zamir, you take your hand and run it across your chest, and you finally notice something. Beneath your jacket, through your shirt, you can feel it. There's a hole in you. It goes from your chest out your back. You can fit 3 fingers through that hole.
I've been stabbed.
You pull your fingers out. You look at it. You see the blood on your fingers, your own blood. Zamir, we're beginning to piece together what exactly is happening. There's... No, this can't be right. No. There should be something else here. I mean, this can't be Death Note, can it? This is only the start of the adventure. How are you beginning this already dead? There's no way. There's no way this can be right. Zamir, you drop to your knees, slam your fist into the water. Water still refuses to ripple. Is this it? Is this all you've been trying? All you've been striving for? This is it? Just an endless sky as black as the concept of death itself, and a sea so deep and vast and endless it will never truly reflect the loneliness that you will feel in this moment? How long are you going to be here? It's just for a day? Is it going to be forever? Is this it? This is the afterlife that you were promised? No guiding spirits? No angels? No reincarnation? Nobody waiting for you at the end?
He's gonna give out an I can't speak today. Exasperated cry.
This is it. This is all you were fighting for. I mean, it truly was hopeless, wasn't it, the entire time? This entire fight with the worm. It was just going to lead to nothing but endless despair. The other 3, they're not here, is it? It's just you alone forever, isn't it? How long have you been here already? How much time has passed? Zamir, you put your hands to your chest. You can feel it. You're slowly slipping away, aren't you? Is this madness or is this despair? There's nothing, is there? There's nothing. It's nothing to be afraid of. You hear a voice. It cuts through this endless abyss. You begin to see something finally make the water ripple. As you look at the floor, something is approaching you. It's one wave, and a second. Third. Fourth. Zamir, you look up as she finally begins to materialize herself. You see her. And you didn't know what she might look like. But now that she's here, it's a mistake. No, there's no mistake who she is. There she is. She's beautiful, and you immediately know who she is.
I'll fall to my knees.
She looks at you and smiles as she approaches you, arms wide open. That kind of smile she gives you. You remember seeing your own mother smile at you, but this is warmer and way more welcoming than any face she could have given you. Gaia walks over.
Is it you?
It's me. Zamir, you're fine. You don't have to worry anymore. I'm here for you. Come here.
But the hole. I'll look down at the hole in my chest.
It's fine. I've got you. As she's going to close the distance between you, she takes your head in her hands and then slowly pulls you into her embrace. As you feel her hands caress your hair. It's alright. It's alright, my child. You're fine.
I'm gonna give her a deep hug. I take my
Zamir,
best.
you won't die here, Zamir. You're going to be fine. Here. Stand up with me. And she's going to offer you her hands to push yourself up.
I will take it, and I'll get up.
As you stand up, you feel that hole that you're obsessed with. It begins to slowly plug itself. Your regeneration sealing the wound. She looks at you, and still holding your hands, she looks at you. I've got a mission that only you can do, Zamir. You have no fear. I'll be with you every step of the way. Don't have any fear. I've selected you out of everyone else in Russia. I know it's you who can do this.
I will do whatever you wish.
You just need to do one thing, Zamir. You just need to wake up. This is only a dream. Don't worry about it.
Dream? I thought it was. But it seems so surreal.
Even though this is only a dream, I am real. In the time that I've spent with you, I hope you cherish this moment forever. No longer will you be only known as Zamir Vega. You'll be known as Zamir returned by Gaia. As I will breathe my life back into you. And my healing grace will be carried in your hands. And your voice will carry my words. And may your heart be filled by my will and my good wishes for everyone who dwells on my body. You will do great things, Zamir. I know you can do this.
But what if they don't believe me? What if they think I'm crazy?
They'll come to see that you are chosen by me. You will go forth. And you will be the one to save me. I believe our time is over. I have many more children I must see. Zamir, it saddens me, but I'll be going away for a while, but I'll always be here with you. My words and my wisdom and my will always be with you. Now open your eyes. You're ready.
I will close and then open my eyes.
As Zamir, you're brought out of this realm and back into the world of the living. Zamir. Zamir. This feeling again. This ring in your ears. You feel tightness in your chest again. That wound, is it open again? You're struggling to move. Zamir, in the dream, you were able to get up and move so easily, but now it's a struggle. You feel every ounce of your will yearning and straining against moving. You open your eyes. Zamir, the ground. It's red and it's wet. You recognize what you're laying in. It's mud. Made wet from your own blood. You struggle. Come on. Finally managed to get your left arm from out underneath your torso. It feels like pins and needles across your entire body. Everything hurts. Zamir, there it is in front of you. Your glasses. You need those. You're as blind as a bat without those.
Sure. I'll reach out and grab them. Try and shove them onto my face.
Grab them. Pull them onto your face. Okay. You can see again. You can see, but still just a little hazy. Your vision hasn't fully returned to you yet, Zamir, but your strength, you're able to push yourself onto your hands and knees. You hear the drips onto the mud as you feel your chest. There it is. There's what was causing the hole. Zamir, in your chest, it's a sword blade. You look at it, and you've been stabbed from behind with a silver blade. You look at your wound as it bleeds freely. You look at your hands as you try to reach for the blade. Before you can even make contact with the metal, your hands begin to break out with a red rash and blisters. You've got to get it out of you. It's just going to kill you again.
I'm gonna fight through the pain, and I'm going to push it from the outside. So you said the blade is protruding from my chest. I'm gonna grab the blade and push it back into my body.
All right. Roll willpower. Difficulty 7.
All right.
Man, we're starting the game off in the fucking gutter.
Yes.
I can't change the difficulty for willpower.
Hey, don't worry. Just roll 3d10.
Yeah, I'm just dumb.
Yeah. There we go.
Hey.
As Zamir push against it, you feel your fingers break out. It's the heat, the rash. It's terrible. As you feel this blade slide against your flesh, it's a burning sensation. Oh, it's absolute terrible. It's terrible. As you push and the blade clatters behind you, as you hear the sound of that blade falling. There was no hilt to that sword. You turn around, you look at the blade itself. It's a longsword, where the blade snapped. Whoever stabbed that in you twisted the blade so hard it broke the sword, and they left that piece inside of you.
I could have just pulled it out the other way.
As you begin to look around, your vision is still hazy. As you're trying to make hide and hair of what you're seeing before you. You look off in the distance and you see there's another person. Zamir, you take a minute, but you eventually recognize that's your packmate. She's laying on her back, unresponsive.
I'm gonna stumble my way across. Is my movement reduced or is it normal?
You have movement. Samir, as you stand, you feel this ringing in your ears as you do so. It's a horrible head rush. As you grab your head, pulling yourself back to reality. Oh, it's discomfort. It's nothing. It's nothing you can't handle. Samir, you take a step. You feel that wound begin to dry. Your clothes are soaked from your own blood, but you slowly begin to feel that wound close. Silver's not supposed to heal that quickly. Is this what Gaia meant by her being with you?
Must be.
I guess there is nothing to fear after all, Zamir. You approach her. You look down at her body. She never did give you her name. As you look at her, she is incredibly gorgeous. Using the likeness of an Instagram model, we have Meepian's character.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, I did name my character ages ago, but for some reason, Shadow Lord of St. Petersburg is like hard-coded over the name.
That's odd.
Maybe if I send me a DM with the name in it, I can see about editing it.
Okay.
As you look down, Zamir, you see that this werewolf is dead. As you look, there is a whip tied around her neck that has been pulled on, tightened, and twisted and yanked so many times, it's almost completely cut off her head. She lays back, both of her arms to her side. You see that her revealing outfit, her coat, and her underwear, the panties have been moved to the side to reveal her ham sandwich, so to speak.
The best you.
I doubt it's gonna do anything, but I'm gonna try. I'll take the chain off and I'll try to use Mother's Touch.
You don't need to spend Gnosis. As you touch her, you feel this massive surge of spirit power coming from you. Once again, Gaia is with you. Your hands, the power in your hands flows into her, and like a miracle, you begin to see that wound around her neck close. Her carotid artery and her windpipe realign themselves as the muscle and the skin begins to grow back over the wound. You think she might survive.
That's good.
As you look around some more, trying to find, is there anyone else? You had two other people with you. Look forward. There he is. There he is. He's in the blood as well. You gotta go over to him. Can't let his life slip away. You don't know. You said Guy might be going away after a while. You don't know if this is a time limit or not. As you run over to him, what's more like a staggered jog. You're still trying to get all of your faculties back to you.
I'm still.
You look down. You remember his name. Kendi Masimba. A strange man from a strange land.
Why did it reset all of my attributes?
Let's see.
Yeah,
No, it's fine on my
closing it and opening it again.
Oh, okay. Weird.
You look down.
There you go.
There
okay.
he is. You look at the way he died. As you're looking at Kendi, you see that his body was absolutely filled with machine gun fire. You look at him, he looks like more like a fountain, the way he's laying on his back. This massive pool of blood beneath him. You look at him. The spiritual power coming off of you, it's so strong. It's causing his body to free bleed as you approach it.
Come on, Kendi. It's not your time to die. I'm gonna try and Mother's Touch him again. Using the spirit from the mother.
You lay your hands on him. His wounds begin to seal. As you look, that body begins to slowly piece itself back together. You see the bullets, the silver bullets that were shot into his chest and abdomen, force their way back out of his body and slowly roll down the sides. They look like tiny pills of blood as they clatter onto the floor. You look over, you also hear... What is that? You move his hat to the side. Oh, it seems that there was an additional shotgun blast to his head as you look at him. You begin to see his brain build itself back as his skull slowly grows, piecing itself along with the skin and hair following the bone fragments as they begin to form again. Once again,
Andy, I hope you have resist pain because that's gonna feel painful.
As Kendi will survive as well. There's one more. As you look in a distance, it's hard to recognize his body when you see him. There he is. Played by Sean Ivan Ivanovich.
That pick goes hard, though.
Yeah.
You look at him. He had it the worst out of everyone. As you're beginning to fully get your strength back, you're able to break out into a brisk jog as you run over to his body. He had it the worst out of all of you. It seems an entire tank ran over his body and turned him into a bloodstain on the floor. You're not sure what to touch to cast Mother's Touch.
Mother Gaia, please. One more. And I'm going to place a hand on the bloody pancake.
As you do so, you begin to hear bone and sinew pop back into place. You see the muscles inflate themselves all over again and crawl up out of the blood and wrap themselves around the bone. You see the skin crawl from out of the bloody mass back over the muscle. From within the skeleton, you begin to see the organs slowly form. The intestine snakes back into place, grabbing onto the stomach as the liver and pancreas grow around it, the kidneys falling between the intestines. The heart...
At this point, he would actually vomit.
Yes. As you can't handle seeing this much gore. It's beautiful and it's terrible at the same time. As the heart shoots out all of its arteries and veins all over again, connecting itself to the rest of the body as the lungs fill themselves back up with air. The rib cage forms itself all over again, cradling the lungs and the heart. Finally, it reaches the head as you see the spine pick up bone from out of the bloody mess, as, once again, muscle and skin begins to form over it. Everything forms except for the one piece of Ivan. You see that his eye, one of them is missing. You notice that off to the side, shoved into the bloody mud, there it is. His cybernetic eye. We can perform eye surgery, right? We can pop that back into place.
It's fine. I'm going to blow it off, wipe off some of the mud, and just pop it back into place.
You stick it back in. You see his nervous system reach up and grab the eye as you slide it in, as it pulls it back into place. And once again, it seems that Ivan may live. Upon his revival, you feel the massive surge of energy leave your body. Gaia's power has left you. The miracles have been completed. 4 werewolves have been returned from the brink of death. Zamir, you have truly earned your deed name.
Zamir is going to take a step back and just sit and recover what little strength he can get back.
As 1 honor renown is earned by you.
Sweet. I'm guessing that's valid.
Yeah, that would be harmony in that case.
Um,
As you are looking. Okay, what do we still have on you? Zamir, do you smoke?
Yes.
You pat yourself over, and there it is. A pack of Prima cigarettes. You look good. You still have the matchbox with you.
With shaking hands and fingers, he's gonna light the cigarette and take a very long drag off of it.
You take in this deep breath. Okay. We've done it. The werewolves are safe. But upon all this gnosis leaving your body, you feel exhausted. Zamir, you're worried about going back to sleep. You don't know if you're going to wake up in that endless ocean again and feel that wave of despair. Do you stay awake?
Absolutely.
You sit in place. You stay there for several minutes. Eventually, the cigarette does finish. You look over at the rest of your body. What else do you have on your person? Your clothes, as you're filling them over, by this point, these clothes are absolutely shredded. As you're looking at them, not only is your jacket tattered towards the end, but that shirt, it's stained with your blood and it's going to reek like you as you continue to wear it. You can still see the hole in it from where you were attacked. Trying to think. Zamir, what were we doing in Russia? You know these people, but the circumstances that led you here, it's hazy. Why are we here?
Only you can think.
Think about this. You're trying to think about who we can turn to for this, and his name pops back into your mind. Seiryu. That's right. The Blue Dragon. We could speak with him about this. You feel your coat for your... and it's missing. The small square mirror that you were using to step sideways, it's gone. You don't feel it on your person.
Oh, it might be in the bloody mess back there.
You get up, inspect where you died, and no, it seems that whoever killed you took the mirror that you were using. It seems that the only thing they did leave behind was the whip that was used to strangle the Shadow Lord, along with one of the guns of your friend Ivan, and they better not have taken his gun.
That silver blade, that's still there, right?
Yes, it is.
If I wipe off some of the blood, can I use that as a reflection?
See, you look at it. Attempt to step sideways. Roll Gnosis. All right. Difficulty 9.
Really don't want to leave them, but at this point, I need to find answers. Difficulty 9.
You're trying to step sideways. You look into the blade, use its reflection. Zamir, as you see that, you feel a small shock of pain shoot through your arms as you drop the blade. What's going on? It's not just you trying to step sideways, but the gauntlet too. It's not just thick. It's thick as hell in this region, but something about it too. It feels like it's been electrified. It's painful to try to touch the gauntlet. There's a massive wormish presence in this area.
Actually, you know what? I don't think this character swears.
Yeah. As you look at your hands, the blisters on it. A few more minutes pass. Eventually, Ursula opens her eyes. Ursula, you may now enter the scene.
Okay, I'm going to look around and blink. What do I remember?
You remember fighting what looked like men in black suits and black uniforms, with red stars adorning the uniforms. They ambushed you. You remember One man in particular, with a peaked cap and a long ponytail. He walked over. He shot you in the head with a gun. That didn't kill you until he took your own whip and strangled you to death with it.
Hmm. Okay. I don't seem to be dead, so that's a pretty major bonus.
You,
The whip seems to be just kind of lying there, so I'll pick that up and give it a quick flick to coil it.
as Zamir, you hear the rustling behind you. It seems that your Shellard friend, she's finally back.
Hey, take it easy. You just came back to life. As I'll make my way over to her.
Do I have you to thank for that?
No, you have Mother Gaia.
Oh.
A miracle man. Ursula, begin to think to yourself. Out of all the tribes that miracles through, the Stargazers. Not what you would have picked, but that's better than most tribes. You don't feel any shame in being saved by him.
Okay, well that's convenient.
As you're looking around. Ursula, you begin to remember. The memories coming back to you quicker than they did with Zamir. You were looking for... come think about it. You were trying to find vampires. It was a hunt. You were looking for 6 of them. They called themselves the Death March.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the names and the faces. The only one you remember is their leader, Black Sunshine. That's the only name you remember.
Okay.
You're slowly piece yourself back up. You turn around, you look at the bloodstain you left behind, and yeah, it's a pretty grisly way to go. You also notice that somebody has messed with your lingerie as you put that back into place.
Okay.
That was like that when I found you.
Oh. Yes, no, I have no doubt about that.
As for everyone else, Ursula, you look over, it takes you a minute to recognize Kendi and Ivan, but eventually their names come back to you.
Okay.
They died too, but not me, but Mother Gaia brought them back to life.
Well, if that is true, that's certainly worth some renown, but whatever. You don't give up renown anyway. You fight. You're the one who earns renown, not gives it.
Mm-hmm. So
No.
I've got sort of a sense that Zamir is a saintly-like figure at this point.
Essentially, a messiah in the making is what he might be.
Okay.
You begin to wonder, does he have a deed name?
What's a deed name?
A name that you earned during your rite of passage. Ursula, you did a rite of passage, but you were given no name afterwards.
Okay.
So,
Was
is it
that
just
Kevin?
Zamir by this point? Because there might be something a little bit more to this Messiah than what meets the eye, you suppose. After a while, Ivan slowly begins to push himself off the ground. Ivan, you awake.
Yes.
As you push yourself up, Your clothes have been completely shredded. You are wearing nothing when you wake up.
Ugh. Ugh. What hit me?
The ground.
I look down and I
where
just
is
cover my shame.
where's the gun? There's the gun. You pick it up.
I scatter on the ground. I'm searching for the gun, grab it, and just point it errantly.
As you get up, you look over at there they are. They're Zamir and Ursula. Right. You're part of a pack. Well, you're not entirely naked. As Ursula and Zamir, as you look over, it's almost like the blood has formed a morph suit around his body, as he's still soaked in his own blood. Well, he's not going to shoot you, is he?
Ivan, you okay?
I kind of shake the cobwebs out of my head, and memories kind of start flooding back into me, and I like slow or lowly the gun and just look around and what the hell happened?
You died. As I make my way over to him.
Jeez.
Well, that's
You
unfortunate.
You step over, and as you're trying to think about it, Ivan, you don't remember this fight whatsoever. Was that caused by the head injury, or because Ivan was the first to die in that fight?
That is fine. Quick. Anyone have any vodka?
No, I can't say that I do.
Ivan, you look for your flask. You find it in the mud. It's been smashed by the tank treads.
I lift it up and I quickly unscrew the lid and I pour it upside down and a single drop of vodka lands on my tongue. I look just dejected and I throw the flask off to the opposite direction. And I just frown. Where the hell are we?
I can't seem to figure that out. I don't have no recollection of what we were doing.
I remember a bunch of guys who looked like they were army or something.
Bring them overboard, then.
How are we breathing? We were dead. Who revived us?
Mother Gara used me to heal us.
Thanks be.
Well, finally, Candy, air enters your lungs again. You finally wake up.
Kenny's going to...
I have no token control, by the way.
Slowly...
I got it. Oh.
Myself neither.
All right, I'll work on that.
Kenny's going to slowly push himself up. He feels that his face is just caked in dried blood. His shirt's ruined. His hat is, like, quite literally has a giant chunk taken out of it from the shotgun blast. Reaches into his coat pocket. Sees a bullet has traveled through his pack of cigarettes. Tears the pack open, finds the one cigarette that hasn't been shredded. Reaches into his other coat pocket. There is a bullet lodged into the, into his cigarette lighter. He just, dejected, throws the cigarette lighter down. Do have a light.
Right here. And I'll toss him that.
He will strike the match. After this, I think my right name should have been Easter Bullets.
Name both shameful and impressive. As you begin to think, Kendi, you don't remember what we were doing here, but you remember where we are. We are in Russia, of all places.
We're still here,
Kendi, it
aren't
seems
we?
that that every day it feels like if you're going to a new spot. You were in the Congo before, Uganda the next month, Egypt after that, then into America, and then finally to Russia. You're never in a single spot for more than 4 weeks.
I think my vacation is about over.
And you think, Kindy, shit, where is it? You look down, where's the gun?
He's gonna start, like, patting through the mud, seeing if he can find it. Fuck. No. Because
You start patting through. There it is. You wrap your fingers around it. There's the barrel.
he's gonna jerk it out of the mud.
Yeah, like King Arthur pulling Excalibur out the stone. You pull out this. Zamir, that's not the gun you were expecting him to pull out. It is a 1921 Thompson submachine gun.
Oh, okay. He's gonna take off what's left of his coat and use the back to, like, clean all the mud out of it.
You look over the gun. Action still pulls. Let's see. You can still cock it. Drum magazine. Empty as always. Alright. Looks like the gun still should work.
I'm going to take a step out of the mud onto the dry ground, and I'm going to use Apecraft Blessing to clean the weapon with Wits and Repair at difficulty 7.
Alright. Make the roll.
Okay, so that is Wits, Repair.
The best part about it is no gnosis needed.
Yep, Wits and Repair. I guess that's craft in this game?
Yes.
Okay, Wits, Craft, Fire, no mod, difficulty 7.
See what you got.
Okay.
Yeah, but you piece it back together. Any dents or any scratches in the gun automatically buff themselves out.
Okay, and let's see. Success is made with this gift reduces the difficulty of using this tool by 1 for the remainder of the scene. Can use once per scene. Cool. So
right. Who gonna shoot?
if somebody shows up, they're gonna fucking get it. Are they still here? Did they run like cowards?
It seems like they've left.
They never stick around. You need some new clothes, big man. He's gonna look over at Yvonne.
As Ivan yet once again just completely covered in blood.
Just tell me about it. I need a shower.
The way he looks, Kendi, it kind of reminds you of the story of Jacob and Esau, where the way that Esau comes out of the womb and he's completely red. To you, Zamir, it's almost like a second birth in a way, where it's like the way that babies look when they come out of the womb. Yeah. He looks like that when you see him.
Watching, no offense, Ivan, but watching you heal, that was something I never want to see again.
Well,
me either.
Yeah, I don't think Ivan's planning on dying that way anytime soon.
I hope not.
Yes. Ursula, you're pondering. And there was another thing we were doing. There was one more thing. Ursula, we began to... Right, there was a 7th vampire that we needed to find. And this was supposed to be a mission for someone else, and you got called in for reinforcements, along with your already outstanding task. There is a... What were you told by... Yes, it's a Nosferatu vampire. But you were told that she looks like a child. Not to be deceived by the childlike appearance, that this was a very dangerous vampire that you should be able to overpower on your own, unless she gets to drop on you. There was a 7th one we were supposed to be finding. That's it, but you don't remember the name. The name is escaping you.
Okay. I remember the names of the other 6.
The other one. We have 5 vampires that we can't remember the names of.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. But you being a Shadow Lord, you remember what clans they're supposed to be from. So in total, The vampires that we're looking for. 2 Nosferatu, 1 Bruja, 1 Gangrel, 1 La Sombra, 1 Tremere, and 1... this one's unusual. Clan Gargoyle. A very...
Gargoyle's a thing.
Yeah, a very colorful coterie. Yeah, Zoo, you being who you are with your backstory, you know about Clan Gargoyle. Where it's a former Nosferatu Gangrel or Zimichi that has been forcibly turned into another vampire by the Tremere. It's the Tremere aren't exactly nice people, as you remember.
Right.
So, and Candy, as we're thinking, there should be friendlies nearby. You have something in your intuition telling you that. Head south.
Just move us around and shoot. They can't have gone far. They probably heard the shots. Let's go. He's not gonna waste any time. We got a job to do. And he's got money to make, damn it.
And Ivan, you're looking around. Where was your PDA, your other firearms, your other gadgets? Along with Zamir's mirror, did they also steal everything you had except for this one gun?
I took my mirror, so we can't enter the Umbra.
I'm a theurge. Don't I have one?
Yeah, thinking about that too. You check your pocket for one, and yeah, once again, your mirror's gone too.
I unquill my whip.
Let's see.
Eating bastards.
If you're trying
pull
to
back the
get to
cock
the Umbra,
handle.
Yes.
I wouldn't. I tried, and it felt like I was getting electrocuted.
That's some
Is that
shit.
because you were using the gauntlet, or because you were using a silver sword as your conduit?
I'm not really sure.
Kenny's gonna
Anyways,
raise... Good.
I pull out my whip, flick it open, snap it off to the side, and tear open a hole into the ember to walk through.
All right, roll Gnosis. As with that whip, that's the little flash ability, you're able to make a portal with it.
That's cool.
That is cool.
You do like little Wonder Woman whips where like you make a little circle. Well, no, there's a better analogy for this. Like Doctor Strange, the way he makes portals.
Yep.
Oof. That's not.
You're trying to do something. Yet, Ursula, as you're doing so, as you snap the whip to make the portal, you feel a shock in your hand as you quickly drop the whip and pull your hand back. Yet you feel it too, that electric pain that shoots through your hand all the way up to your shoulder from trying to step sideways.
Okay, it's the gauntlet. It's corrupted.
Let me take a look. Candy is going to kneel down and use Sense Worm.
Let's see.
Except
Sense
my
Worm?
Cult is terrible, and I didn't put enough into Perception, so we shall see.
Let's see what you got.
All right.
Now, back in the day, if I'm right, this used to cost a point of Gnosis. This gift is a little bit too useful to pump that much Gnosis into.
Hey, I'm built different.
Candy, you are getting pings everywhere. This entire area is worm.
We need to go now.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna take my scarf off, and I'm gonna wrap the silvered blade in it.
As you're thinking, Ivan, with this entire area supposedly being worm corrupted, you being dead for as long as you were, and Zamir managed to save you. Damn, he really is blessed. You should all be zombies by this point. So we've got a miracle baby with us. Ursula and Ivan, it might be to your benefit to get in this guy's good graces. All right. Shall we travel?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste
Alright.
no more time.
Let's see, as you continue. Here we go. Our transition screen for the campaign. As there it is. Ursula, you quickly rush over to it. Pick it up. There's your lantern. You quickly snatch this thing up off the ground. It's a little gas lamp lantern. It's not a fetish, but it is given a small blessing. It seems that whenever you add oil to this, it burns twice as long as it's supposed to.
Happy Hanukkah, I guess.
As with this in your hand, you proceed. And as you are walking, continuing south, the Silent Shredder knows where to go, right?
Yes, we are heading south.
I mean, that is what your tribe is known for.
Yep.
It's like the Fianna getting drunk. If the Silent Shredder's lost, there's a problem.
Yep.
As time goes on, you're looking around, and yep, that confirms that this is Russia. As we're looking around, we are deep in the steppe. Nothing but tall grass and hills with the occasional flat level of land for miles. As you see off in the horizon, mountains, along with the sun slowly beginning to rise. Who has how many points in occult?
I have one.
I have one.
All right.
I have one.
All right.
I have.
Everyone has one.
Yes.
Yes, I have
All right.
one as well.
All right.
Collective.
Roll perception and occult, difficulty 6.
All right.
Let's see if anybody knows about this.
I do because I'm built mad different.
All right, he's got a large brain.
Kendi is actually a very smart character.
Oh, no.
Yes, you do.
Holy shit.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Never mind. Yvonne's built different.
I got 3.
As you, Ursula, you typically don't do this. I mean, after all, it's Helios. You don't really worship Helios. It's more of a silver fang thing. But everyone else, Kendi, Ivan, and Zamir. Oh, it's time to greet the sun. Yeah, the easiest of all the werewolf rituals to do.
Let's do it then.
All right.
Yeah.
I forgot how this works.
Did anyone take that ritual?
I
Well,
have.
no,
I
it's
only
like a
have.
free ritual, considering it takes no roll to do it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I suppose I will how to Helios, I guess.
Yep, that's all you need to do. It's the morning howl, and you all know the lyrics to Morning Report.
Yes. Well, actually, I do not, but you know.
Yeah.
I can't say that I've ever heard of Morning Report.
It's the worst song in Lion King. Don't worry about it. Every other song is pretty good except for that one.
Which song?
The Morning Report.
Oh yeah, that was really the worst one in the movie. That's actually accurate.
That's just because Zazu's singing it.
Everyone forgets it exists too. Like it's
I
never
did
on a
it
comp.
myself.
Like if you hear people singing Lion King songs, it's never that one.
Yeah.
I just want to say, 2.1 million views.
There you go. See, you make a song.
Fair.
He is.
I mean, the worst
point.
Lion King song is still like the best song in like most movies.
That's true.
Let's see here. And as sun rises, presto, we have production value. Shabam.
Well, I'd rather be
And
here in
you
the
look-
morning than at night.
Aha. So there we go. As you're looking around, and the grass is a little dead. as looking at it. It's light brown in some areas and it's gray in others. What month is it? Let's see. Who has an intelligence score of 1?
I think all of
Who's
us.
got who's got a pea brain? How smart is
brain?
everyone here?
Not me.
Any of you,
Definitely not me.
are any of you stupid?
I don't think so.
Let's see. Ursula isn't exactly smart, but she's not stupid either. And Soft Paws is not with us for this session.
I got 4
All right.
intelligence.
All right. As you're thinking, it is January. This current month.
Remind me,
You think
whose idea was it to come to rush into winter?
we can all turn our attention to the Shadow Lord in the party?
I was already here.
Kendi's just gonna shake his head in disappointment.
As you continue to walk, eventually, you look off in the distance and see it looks like a tent. There's a tent off in the distance. Oh, wonderful. That must be the ally. All right. You were saying?
Better than nothing.
You look at this. Better head on over post haste. This doesn't really reflect the map that got created, but I will post it in game chat. A little picture. There you go. That's what you see off in the distance, except it's one big tent instead of 4 small tents.
Yep.
So you're looking at that. All right. Well, no time to waste. How do we approach it?
Slowly.
Got many different possible approaches. As you approach it, you hear what's the pop of a gunshot go off, and something flies past you, Zamir. It came from the camp. Shit! They don't recognize us, do they?
Probably not. I don't think they recognize us.
Kendi's just gonna hit the deck as soon as he hears a gunshot go up. He's going to yell in Russian because he is linguistics 3. Friendly, hold fire!
As you're all looking, Zamir, the only language you speak is Russian. And as for Ivan, it's Russian and one other language. And Ursula,
Probably English.
Russian and 3 other languages. As for Kendi, by this point, he is a walking Rosetta Stone.
Yeah, I put a lot in linguistics.
You know 8 different languages.
Fucking what?
By like 4th and 5th, you start getting like super fucking proficient in how you speak.
Oh, okay.
By the way, minus 1 of my successes from my last roll because I accidentally rolled with specialization. I didn't realize
that's
that was
fine.
the check mark for it.
I am completely forgetting. What year is this taking place again?
2000.
I know you told me before. 2000, okay.
Literally 2 years after my campaign.
Got it.
As you look, Ivan, that eye of yours, do you have a zoom feature on it?
I would think so.
See, this is the reason why you don't carry a scope with you. You take your eye and try to figure out who's shooting at us. We see one man who's got a rifle with him. He's just looking down the scope at us. He's dressed in green. Maybe signal, don't shoot that gun. How do we get through this? You got any ideas?
I mean, I yelled friendly.
So not get shot. All right. As you yell friendly, you see that the man pauses for a second, and then continues looking down the sight of his gun. Ivan, he is turning his aim to you because he notices he can see you. No, you can
Can
see
I
him.
try to
Sorry.
quick draw shoot his gun out of his hand? 'Cause I feel
Are
like
you
that's
sure
some
you
shit I
want
could
to?
do.
That sounds like a
I don't
terrible
know.
idea, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it. It sounds like some shit I would do, though.
Here's an
No,
idea.
I won't.
Shift into Krynos
I'll try to be
form.
more
That's-
diplomatic.
Or shift into another form.
Actually, that's an idea. You go ahead, Sean.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna shift into Krynos form and stand up. It just like hands raised, like hold up, we're Garo, don't fucking shoot. And if he
Are
frenzies,
you
then
a
oh well.
menace?
No.
Alright, that is 1 point of rage spent.
Wait, immediately? Oh, I thought I was just gonna give it a minute.
Oh, you're going to do the slow transformation then. Okay, never mind.
Or actually, why don't I just do Glabro?
Well, yeah, that's free, as you just shift into Glabro form. I mean, it's not like this coat can get any worse, don't can it?
No.
It's as you shift, you see the man in question look. They lowers his gun and then throws it onto his back with a strap.
Thank you. Fuck.
Well,
Now we'll
that
change
worked.
back into Hamid and keep walking.
all right. As you continue on, ramble on. Phew. As you're thinking, Ursula, you're a little offended. Somebody shoots at you. I'll put them in their place later.
Yeah.
See, I demand to be respected, my authority be recognized, damn it. Alright. As you continue, we can finally bring the tunes back. Here we go.
Make sure it's not
And-
too fucking... Actually, yeah, that's good. That's fine.
And thank you to 2 Minute Tabletop for all the things you do. This map was made by him. And here we are. And yes, there are horses at this camp. Though I would go a little less on the desert kind of aspect of it. Just swap out the cactus with tall grass. And this is what we're looking at. As you slowly approach. See, Kindi, Zamir. I believe all of you should be able to control your tokens by this point.
Yes.
Here we are. As you approach, Ursula, as we look at this guy, remember what his name is. He is your kinfolk. Dmitry Sokolovsky.
Okay.
As he's going to look at you. Da. You are very late.
We had some problems.
Complications.
Complications. You had complications coming over here. We were given instructions that you would be arriving on time. And yet you are so very late. You're supposed to arrive during nightfall.
Died.
I couldn't tell who you were off in the distance. You could have been Black Spirals.
Kendi's gonna pull off his coat and show him all the bullet holes in it. Does this look like a man who is running on fucking time?
And you survive. Very amusing injuries. Though I am not a Galliard, you are wasting your time showing me these. Though if you need
Aren't I
medical
still straight up
attention,
covered in blood?
Yeah, as you walk over, yeah, you're just still naked, standing there in blood.
We were late. And I'm just gonna put my hands up.
You're even more amusing. You look like you crawl out of birth canal.
He went from pancake to full body. You cut him some slack.
I
went
wish
from
that would have been far more entertaining.
From
He's
pancake
Glass
to birth
Walker.
canal.
He was born from exhaust pipe of T-70.
See,
Just give him like a friendly jab to the arm.
I'm looking at you. From what I was told, you had, looking at your name. I was informed that your pack name, you were known as the Black Dragons. Am I correct in saying this?
I don't know, is he?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You don't remember your pack name.
Bit of
This,
temporary
We're-
memory loss after we
Yeah.
died and all.
see,
We're
looking at
still collecting our thoughts.
is
It's
the,
gonna
is
take
the
more than
is the paperwork
2
wrong?
hours.
But was I given the wrong paperwork?
I fucking
No,
hope not,
no,
because that means the
we were
number of the
ambushed.
check is wrong.
And I will pull out the silver sword, out of the scarf, the broken. Like we were ambushed. I pulled this from my chest.
Looking at this. Oh, I see what has happened to you now. You were ambushed by Belia's men.
By whose men? Belarus?
No, Belia
Barrier.
is Ivan. A very politically involved person in your country. You immediately know who one Lavrenti Pavlovich Beria was supposed to be.
I don't think any Russian national wouldn't know who Barrier was.
Do you feel yourself get sick to your stomach at just the mention of his name?
Okay.
I try to hold back a grimace just because with Barrier, you never know who is in whose pocket.
As you blink twice, Ivan. Oh man, that guy's still alive? I thought he was dead for decades.
It's just- Is that what I'm thinking, or is that what he said?
That's what you're thinking.
Oh,
You're
keep it to myself.
Can you
as
write down the name that he just said?
see, Beria. See, all right. I will show you who it is. In fact, I will give you his Wikipedia page.
Thank you.
We'll just go ahead and we'll just post that in Roll20. Yeah, there he is. That's
Do you want me
the
to
guy
pull
we're
that
talking
up?
about. Yeah, go ahead.
You can consider me very unknowledgeable about history.
Yeah.
Not everyone knows
Oh,
about him.
This guy.
In my opinion, he might be worse than Stalin.
This guy.
And he was
Yeah.
Stalin's right-hand man.
Yes.
I'm going to highlight that
Stalin's kid.
so everybody will know this stain of shit on the history of Russia.
And it's more like Stalin's kiss ass than anything else.
That's how you survived. in
Yeah, but he was
Stalinist
also
Russia.
his go-to torture guy,
Yeah.
who had a tendency to essay and murder young women to the point where Stalin's own niece was visiting at Beria's house, and Stalin himself called and told her to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, he slammed the
They're
panic button
still
down his
uncovering
desk.
bodies at his estate that he had buried.
Yeah, with all that. We're happy that Khrushchev got power instead.
100%.
I still
And it
gotta
was
watch.
between the
As-
two of them.
I still gotta watch that movie, The Death of Stalin.
It was very good.
As-
I saw
as
it
I've-
not that long ago.
After Ivan says the name Beria, and then Ursula and Kendi, you both remember who this is. Kendi, this is a country's politics that you're not involved in, and even in the Congo, you know who Beria was.
My grandparents were almost killed by the Belgians, and I want to kill that son of a bitch.
You're thinking, so he's back. As Evan's gonna look, you'll seem a little confused. You really do have memory loss. It seems that the worm has a twisted sense of humor. Brought Beria back as a zombie. He has raised an army of the worm, and he's run around with the rejects and remnants of Baba Yaga's army.
Good thing I'd never run out of bullets.
I
You're
wasn't
going
on
to
the
need many
time cover.
bullets. Yes, he has managed to find a lot of military equipment. Not entirely sure where he's getting it from, but he has it. Though, you do look very, very rough. Some of you look hungry, some of you look like you could use a little bit more medical attention. If you need any food, we do have a little bit we can spare inside the tent. And if you need any sort of medical attention, I would go see Dr. Zanerovich immediately.
What about a shower and a change of clothes?
Shown a change
Mark.
of clothes. We do not have a shower, so to speak, but we do have some water we can prepare for you.
A simple hose or a bucket would do.
See, you can share with the horse.
Is
At this
there
point, I'll
clothes
welcome
around
it.
somewhere?
Any clothes you're asking?
Yeah.
Yes, we do, but it doesn't seem like you are running much in terms of clothes anyway.
I'll take a tablecloth if you've got one.
All right. All right. Decide who wants to go where.
I'm gonna basically just I guess I'd be in Hamid form. I would just
All right.
run over to that the horse trough and just freaking get in and just submerge and try to like splash as much water on myself to get as much of the blood off myself as I can.
Yes, as you do so with no points in animal kin, you freak the horse out a little bit, and he trots away after you do that. And then he stands off to the side and he looks at you with a little craned neck and a small look of confusion, wondering why is somebody jumping into his drinking water.
Don't be frightened. It's just a wolf in your water. It's fine.
How does it not short
You chewed him
circuit
at-
his eye? It doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna yell back and go, "What kind of horses do you have here? They're so skittish."
The horses. Many gunfights can be heard off in the distance. The horses are just a little bit stressed.
They act like they've never seen someone wash off in their water before.
That one is still pretty young. He is only 1 year old.
I'll hop off and just. I'm in Hamid form, but I shake as if I'm a dog,
Yeah.
trying to get dry.
You quickly shake yourself down and okay, much better.
About those clothes inside, you say?
Yes, inside. You go on ahead, you speak with the Ivankov brothers.
Will do. Thank you, sir.
All
Oh,
right.
the other cops are here.
Yes, both of them. All right. Zamir, where are you going?
I need to think, so I am gonna head to a nice, quiet, and secluded place. Hopefully, right here.
All right. And Ursula, what about you?
I guess I'm gonna talk to Sokolovsky a bit, just find out where we came from and what was our mission, because we honestly don't remember.
All right, I'll continue the scene in that case with you talking to him. Okay. Straight to business. Respectable. Yes, I am Dmitry Sokolovsky. Now, we are only very, very distantly related. We are not cousins by any means, but I am kinfolk of the Shadow Lords.
Yeah, that's
And
good to know.
no, I am not looking for breeding anytime soon.
Bleeding?
No, breeding. I know some of you as Shadow Lords like to take some of the men when it's time to make your next warrior.
Oh, I wasn't planning anything of the sort.
If you were thinking about it, now is not the time anyway. You begin to think that Dimitri said that because of, I don't know, 5 points in appearances?
Ah, that's a good thought.
No. Do you remember what the administrator told you?
No, nothing.
The administrator... Okay. You were given orders by Administrator Nikolaev. He told you to come down here and handle the vampire problem that has begun to spring up in this area.
Okay, yes, seems to match up with my memories?
Yes. Now, you had two different groups of vampire you were looking for. One is a group of one. It is a single Nosferatu. We have been given the name Vasilisa for her.
Okay.
And you spell it like that. Now, Vasilisa is a dangerous case. She is a shapeshifter, along with her ability as a Nosferatu to turn invisible. She may appear as small child, she may appear as wolf monster, she may appear as demon from hell. She appears differently every time she's been spotted. She's only ever started appearing since October of 1999. Over the course of 3 months, she has had multiple sightings under many different faces, but she has appeared all the same. Though, in strange case, only people who live to tell tale after seeing her are Shadow Lords. If you are a vampire or if you are werewolf from any other pack, she kills you.
Okay, well, that's lucky for me then.
And the other group was a group of contractors. They were known as the Death March, led by one Black Sunshine. They were international. Most of them are from Europe. You had one guy from the United Kingdom, one guy from Ukraine, one guy, I believe he was all the way from France. Many different nationalities, many different groups of people from many different walks of life. Somehow they were all able to work with each other. The Shadow Lords want these guys back alive, preferably out of torpor. As for the plans involving these vampires, I was not told. I assume I do not have authorization to have such knowledge.
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Now, was there anything else you needed to know from me?
No.
Let's see. No. Alright. You'll try to take it easy now. Don't work too hard. We are in the middle of war, but don't get too stressed out. Don't lose your mind. We can't work with anyone who's gone insane from the stress.
Right.
Alright. And shall we conclude the scene and move on to someone else?
Sure.
Alright. Looking at this. Alright. I'll go ahead and pull this up. That classical music, we can actually play a Russian song now. Alright. Get the music bot back in here. Let's give it a whirl. What better to have play in January than the song January?
There we are.
Alright. So you step in. Ivan and Kindy, you walk over and you see the two brothers. First one you see is Evgeny Ivankov. As you're looking, you can smell the cigarette smoke coming off of him already. He's got a pack in his jacket, and he's already got one lit in his fingers. You look at the ashtray on the table he's sitting in front of. There's already four different butts that have been smoked and pushed into the ashtray. Sitting across from him is his younger brother, Casimir. As he's got a pot of tea made with a aluminum pot. He's already got a cup poured with what you already know about the Ivankovs, them being slightly infamous kinfolk. This would be his fourth cup of the morning. As it seems, one of them is dependent on tobacco, the other one is dependent on caffeine. And how do you know about these guys? Ivan, you know about them because these two are something we would call freedom fighters, so to speak. They're anti-communist Russians who tend to get a little violent when it comes to political discussion. Right? As you walk in,
Okay.
they're going to look. Ah, good to see you, Ivan. As Evgeny is going to speak to you. How are you doing?
Be better, I do admit.
See,
And
you
I'll look
seem
down
to be
and say,
doing quite well, walking around butt naked. Good to see such great confidence in you.
Speaking of that, as much as I love being confident, perhaps for the ladies, it might be best if I procured some clothing. I was told maybe you guys could help me.
Yes. We have pants for you. You can wear Casimir's. As Casimir's gonna look over. No, yes. Funny joke, brother. You will not get my pants. You go over, you get spare ones. As Evgeny's going to stand up, he's going to walk over to what looks like a little laundry pile on this mat. As he's going to grab, he has no underwear for you and no socks, but he manages to grab a tracksuit, track jacket, and looks like a beat up pair of sneakers for you. Here we go. We find this outside village in dumpster.
They look like
I look
it.
at it and think to myself, this is probably what I would have worn anyway.
It makes no sense. Clothes were in such good condition. Why throw away?
Yes. I take him. I kind of excuse myself. I probably go behind. This looks like a table, and I just throw everything on real quick.
Yes.
And as I'm throwing everything on, I'm still talking to them and saying, I appreciate the generosity.
Yes. Casimir's going to look over at you, Kindy. Are you Silent Strider?
What's wrong,
He's asking
Batan?
me.
You never seen the brother before.
See. No, we don't get people as dark as you over in this part of Russia.
Well, feast your eyes on the glory. I would like to make it known that smug is one of his flaws.
Or gifts.
It's good to see men from so far away come over here. You must have many great stories.
Do I fucking ever. Move over.
Is see, Evgeny puts out his 5th cigarette and he picks up his 6th one. He's got a Zippo lighter, one of the flip ones that he uses to light the cigarette. He snaps it closed, extinguishing the flame as he starts smoking.
Kenny's gonna take out the ruined pack of cigarettes that has like bullet holes in it and go. I had my last one earlier today. I need to take a break. Cause, far to my knowledge, not a single drop of gin, not a single smoke in 10 miles in any direction.
Yes. We are saving the alcohol. It is very hard for some of us to fall asleep. So we use alcohol as sleeping medication.
Bratan, I think you're doing it wrong.
As Casimir's going to look over, you see that's probably the reason why he drinks so much tea. Probably as a means of waking himself up after only getting, 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night.
Sleep is for the weak.
As they're going to look over, Casimir starts the conversation. You, Silent Strider, you know about ghosts nearby?
I was one about... He's gonna, look at a watch, likewise with a bullet hole in it. I'd say about this long ago.
Oh, no, you see, Casimir refers to haunt. It is place we are told by our other Shadow Lords that is filled with ghosts.
Really?
Yes, from what they say, they all died in either the Revolution, the Great War, or everything that followed the Great War. Stalin did not know how to run country, but he continued to say that he did.
Well, as much as I'd like to take a look around, no, this is expensive.
You see Casimir looks up. You know you're terrible at leading your country when Gorbachev has more favorable legacy than you.
Hey, you got
See.
beats out of it. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, and Pepsi Cola. Very happy to have soda again. That doesn't taste like fruit.
Yeah, I did not mind it. Well, then first it was the Belgians, then the French, then the Americans. All of them wearing the stupid blue hats. My father kept a collection.
The blue hats. Very funny, these Americans. But enough jokes. We must get down to business. As Evgeny gets up, grabs what looks like a map, and then walks over with it as he slaps it down onto the table. We have problem places, as you can see.
Well, you're talking to problem solver.
Casimir leans on the table as he finishes his cup of tea. Is many places where worm hasn't come. And the worm has corrupted these places. If you try to sense the worm, we've been told by Shadow Lords that the worm is everywhere in this part of Russia. But it seems that he is particularly nasty in these 6 places. We need somebody to cleanse these places.
Cleanse. You mean hunt?
After all, you already have your own job. But it would be very great if you help us out with this problem that the Shadow Lords have.
Well, I am not typical Silent Strider. See, you are human kinfolk, so I imagine there'd be something in it for me.
Oh, you are looking for capital.
You make the world go round, is to say.
Yes, if you want capital, you go to Middle East for it. Many oil down there. I jest. Yes, Shadow Lords will have money for you. You will be paid in American dollars.
I like the sound of that. So,
Russian
problem place number 1. Where do I need to go?
Where do you need to go? Well, all of these places are equally nasty. We will leave the decision up to you.
Kennedy's going to take a closer look at the map. Where is closest?
All right. We will pause your scene and cut to Zamir.
Go right ahead.
All right. Zamir, you're trying to calm yourself. You step into a room where, this looks like it could be an armory. As you step inside, there appear to be 2 training dummies and a target that have been rolled into here. There are many bullet wounds, knife wounds, and tomahawk wounds in the bodies. As you're looking around, Zamir, would you like to arm yourself?
No, he's not really in here to arm himself. He's just in here. He needed a quiet place to think.
I mean, after all, you do have 2 points in melee.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I do.
So you might want to take something with you.
tomahawks.
All right. As you look, Zamir, we find what looks like some resources that could be spared. You pick up what looks like 4 different throwing knives. You can use them up close and personal, or you can toss them. And Thankfully, your belt is intact, so you're able to slide them between your belt and your pants. And let's see, what else is there? Is there anything? The Shadow Lords are big into swords, right? There's got to be a sword in here somewhere.
Gotta be.
As you look and here's something. Not a sword, but it'll do for now. Looks like a hand axe. Not made for cutting wood, made for cutting people. This will do nice.
A weapon is a weapon.
All right. So you are very well armed. After all, you're not exactly the kind of werewolf that fights with claws and teeth. You prefer a more sophisticated means of fighting.
Up close and personal, if I have to.
You put these away. You take a moment to clear your head. Zamir, it feels good to be a chosen one, but there is still a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Because after all, Gaia's got a plan for you. She said she's going away for a minute, though. As you're thinking about recent events. You're thinking the red star rising in the sky, the bad omen of the apocalypse. Is Gaia leaving, quote-unquote, connected to the red star? More than likely. But you're also thinking about the men who attacked you. And they had red stars printed across their body. That could just be a sign for communism. But what if they're repurposing the image? And this isn't a communist army, it's a Wormwood army.
Things are just going to get dangerous from here on out.
Right. Zamir, you're in the thick of it. Now, this looks like responsibility that is way too much for level 1 Geru. But, after all, you were selected and anointed and deed named by Gaia. She wouldn't put you in this situation if you couldn't handle it. So, you can do this. You just need to find the resolve to do so.
I'll take out another cigarette. Taking another long drag. I got this. We can do this. Yeah, it's fine. We can.
Pull yourself back to reality. All right. Any other thoughts you would like to have?
I would like to take a closer look at the blade, see if there's any noticeable marks. I doubt
You're
it.
Looking
it's
at
the blade.
See the blades themselves. You see the kinfolk here have been taking good care of the weapons. As the blades,
Sorry,
not
the silver blade.
The silver blade itself.
Yeah.
As you are looking, you suppose that you could repurpose that. Probably not as a sword. As the way it snapped. You're going to need a serious blacksmith if you're going to reappropriate that metal for anything. It'll probably just be better to smelt it entirely and just make a new blade altogether. But you probably could use that for like a very primitive spear. After all, silver is silver, and that's going to hurt the hell out of anything you stab it with.
Refurbish it into a couple of throwing knives.
And after all, you probably could. Well, didn't Kindy have Apecraft's blessing? We probably could MacGyver something out of this.
I do too.
Come think of it too. Was there a mirror? Did you check
shit,
over
yeah.
and see what the hell? This is a base camp, not a single mirror in this room.
I figured they have no water, then I guess they don't have any mirrors.
Yeah. This camp might be a little low on resources. You might need to head out and scavenge and hunt soon. All right. As we'll put a pause on the piano. Now, Kindy, you were wanting to look at that map.
Yes. Let's make some money.
Here we go. Level select. Behold. As we are going to structure this, we have 6 different areas we are going to go to for this game. Now, each of these areas has its own gimmick to it, its own level structure. All of these dungeons are very different in architecture and challenge. After you complete a dungeon, every other dungeon around it will get harder, as I will modify enemy stat blocks and set more traps and more hardship your way. Now, as we are going down the line between all these different dungeons, to describe what each one is. These descriptions would have come from Evgeny and Casimir. We have Red Army Haunt. Now, you were told this. This is not the right unit of measure, by the way. So, the Red Army Haunt. You were told that this is a haunt that is filled with dead communists. It is filled with wraiths from the Red Army. Now, Kendi, how many points do you have in occult?
Only 1 so far.
How many points do you have in politics?
In politics, I have none in law. Or actually, no, none in politics either.
All right. Then you do not have any sort of frame of reference for the different legions. You just know that a bunch of dead soldiers are here. But you do know about Spectres and Oblivion. So if whoever, the worm, is going around corrupting all these different places, you're getting a thought in your head, for good reason, that the worm could be down here corrupting all these different ghosts and turning them into specters. You can see how that can very quickly get out of hand. As for what's next, the Kiln of Evil Flames. This used to be a Silverfang cairn. You're thinking to yourself, well, where are all the Silverfangs? Evgeny answers, that is the thing. Ever since Baba Yaga's death, the Silverfangs have been missing. Kiln used to be a good place. It was just known as the Kiln. But ever since, Black Spiral Dancers have moved in. It is now filled with BSDs, and the history is that there used to be a lot of fire spirits in here. You can only imagine that this place is now filled with balefire spirits. This is going to be a meat grinder if you enter it. You already know that. But we can't let BSDs just do whatever they want. Next up, Where Black Angels Tread. This is a single church all the way out. It was an Orthodox church where Evgeny and Casimir don't exactly know what's up with it. That place is, in their own words, cursed as hell. There is an evil vibe about that place when you approach it, where something related to the worm is there. More than likely, it sits in the Umbra, and they want nothing to do with it. They don't want to touch it. Next up is the Hanging Clouds. Now, Ivan, this one catches your attention. This used to be a gulag. And not just any gulag. Apparently the Kremlin would use this to hide their worst deviants. It is built into the ground. You have to go down multiple layers, like 20 stories, before you finally get to the prison itself. It is filled with Russia's worst convicts if you go there. You can see where this is going if the worm gets their hand on it. Just imagine the Fomori that would form down there. You gotta get on that before that happens. Crash Zone. During the whole Baba Yaga war, a satellite, somehow, some way, got knocked out of outer space, fell all the way down here, and crashed into the ground. It is worm corrupted. It was Weaver aligned, but now it's nothing but worm. Ivan, we are also thinking all that technology that could be in that satellite. That might be worth checking out. And then lastly is the launch pad, where, Kendi, once again, this gets your attention. This was a Red Talon cairn. 2 lost cairns on the same region. That's terrible. And you were told by Casimir what camp hangs out here. The Lunar Returners. AKA those nutty Red Talons that dragged people out into the woods and then shot them to the moon. You don't know how they did it, but apparently they've been sending people to the moon. and that has been lost to the forces of the worm. But instead of black spirals, it is filled with zombies instead. So, I will leave this to all the players to decide what level we'll be doing first.
Oh.
All right, your decision.
Okay. So, taking a look at what we've got right now, I am thinking that, first of all, the camp needs extra supplies. And also, some supplies could be actually very useful to us later. I don't think we want to throw ourselves into a meat grinder right away, but we already know that's going to be harder the longer we let that sit.
What?
What?
That's
No
just
meat grinder?
look. Supplies first, then meat grinder.
Oh, how about gut grinder?
Maybe not. Let's see
Right.
here. Hanging clouds, I have a clear and easy solution to that so long as we find what we're looking for. For Ivan's sake, I feel like Crash Zone should be second or third on the to-do list. Launchpad, I think that can wait a little bit. What do you think?
I was thinking hanging clouds to start, personally,
Just okay.
but
You want to go to
that's
the gulag first?
I have no good reason. It was just the first one that struck me.
You want to go to prison?
Just
That's
intuition.
the
I'm
reason
not doing
why.
this logically at all. Just,
Think of it this
why
way.
not?
Red Army Hunt probably got plenty supplies lying around. I remember I was at a base in Vladivostok a couple weeks ago. Walked up to requisition officer, handed him about 20 rubles, bought grenades from him.
Yes,
All of
probably
them.
right. Supplies are probably first and foremost.
Aha, that. And Theodge, Celestizer, place filled with ghosts. Huh?
Huh.
And think about it. We have Mr. Gaia's Blessed over there. Who knows what he could convince them to do?
He does drop an interesting point. Ryan, you got any thoughts?
No, I like the idea of getting supplies first. I need a mirror, after all.
All right. So he needs a mirror first. All right. Any suggestions from Meepian?
Speaking of mirrors, is a sense worm. Is this area less corrupt than the area we left?
It seems this place is clean. Somebody customized cleansing here. So there must be another Shadow Lord around here somewhere.
Okay.
We just need to find out where your Shadow Lord buddy is and who he is.
Yeah, I'll ask around after that. Actually, is there anybody but kinfolk in here?
As you saying that, Evgeny thinks about it and says, "Well, actually, it's not Werewolf. It is Zonelovich who's been casting the rite of cleansing."
And who is that?
Say, oh, he is Korax.
Oh.
He mean well, but he's a little creepy. You should probably say hi.
Yes, that seems like a reasonable thing to do.
All right. As you want to say hello to him before we head out to where we're going to head out next. All right. Here. Let me get you situated back to the previous map. as we get to meet the bird himself. Taking him back here. All right, he is in this tent.
Oh, well, yes, he's obviously a Korax now that I look at him.
Yeah. You check him out. You walk over to the tent, and there's a very strong alcohol smell as you step in. Not like vodka alcohol, but medicinal. You step in, you see him, and behold, there he is. As he turns to look at you. Ah, look at you. I recognize you. You are Ursula, right?
Right.
I haven't seen you in years. I knew you when you were a child.
Oh, I don't remember, but maybe you were in Hamid form at the time.
Probably. I would go back into Hamid form, but that is a bad idea. I need to regenerate. You see, there was instance where Shadowlord in his breed form got shot by sniper. Immediately kill him. Wouldn't have happened if he were in Kranos form or Lupus form.
Good point.
So I stay in my full Raven glory in order to save myself. After all, I am the only doctor and only one here who knows rights. I keep the camp safe. If it weren't for me, this entire camp would go to shit.
You're an important person then.
Yes. Very, very good. I am doctor after all.
Right.
Now, as doctor, do you need any medical attention, anything at all?
How do I feel?
See, how do you feel? You still feel like a little bit of rope burn around your neck as you run your finger across it. In fact, running your thumb over your neck, you notice that the strangulation of the whip, it's left a very unique scar around your neck. Just a 360-degree ring going around your entire neck, like a scar collar.
Okay.
Yep. You stay there for a second. I give you checkup. Okay. How have you been injured in the past week?
Mortally?
See, mortally. Okay. We should test your cranial nerve first.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you look at me. Okay. Follow my finger. Yes, doing really good. I'm going to snap. What ear did you hear that in? Good. Okay, now I'm going to test your knees. Okay, good. Okay, here, smell this. What do you smell? You smell alcohol? Good. Okay, your brain, it works fine. So you say you suffer fatal injury? There is no long-lasting nerve damage. You should be fine.
Well, that's a relief.
Now, looking at you, you should still be able to fight. Looking at you, everything is regenerated well. It seems that your neck has a very unique scar on it. Somebody tried to cut your head off, it seems.
Near enough.
Well, it's good to see that you have survived. Now, Yil, if you need anything, I give you this so far. As he is going to hand you... That's a very unique capsule that he handed you. Ursula, you get a bottle of opioids.
Oh, that might be handy. I'll write that down.
The super strong painkiller. The way he's cut that too, you can smell it. Even in your Hamid form, how much he's put into it. That should be taken while you're in Kranos form. That might overdose you if you take it in Hamid or Lupus.
Okay.
Alright. And we have decided as a party where we're going next.
I thought that we talked to the
I don't know.
Speaking of, what's his name?
You want to go to Red Army Hunt first?
What was Bastard's name? Where did I write his fucking name down? I already forgot the bastard's name because I didn't want to remember what his name was.
Who is it, Beria?
Yeah. Barry's mate took all of our glass. Do we have more?
Any counter arguments?
No, that sounds reasonable.
Let's see. All right. So, give me the verbal confirmation about where we're going next.
So I vote for the Red Army Hunt in order to find supplies and convince the wraiths to fight the specters and drive the worm away.
All right. Sean, where do you vote to go?
I agree. That sounds reasonable.
All right. Meepian, what about you?
I wasn't paying enough attention to the list. Although the last one with the zombies sounded like it was promising.
Yeah,
The launch pad? All right.
Sure.
Here,
Okay.
let me put the thing in
All
the
right,
game
and
chat.
Ryan,
So
what about you?
we got him here.
Let's see. Ryan, what about you? Where do you think you want to go?
I am a people pleaser, so I go where the party goes.
All right, we've got 2 different places we're going.
Oh well.
So, ghosts or zombies?
Fuck it, let's fuck up some zombies.
All right, launch pad. All right, this will be a coin flip in that case.
Was Launchpad the meat grinder?
No, that was Killing
No,
of Evil
Killing of
Flames.
Evil
That was
Flames.
the Black Spiral
okay.
Karen that they stole from the Silver Fangs
Yeah.
and Balefire Spirits.
So, I am going to roll a d2, and depending on what this lands on, will be where we head off to first. As I have put an equal amount of work into both of these places. And I'm glad you did not select Crash Zone, because that's the one I've put the least amount of work into.
So you've got like this
All right.
entire
to
thing
change my mind.
all built up.
I've been sitting on this for 2 months, that's why.
Jesus.
All right. Let's see where this goes. If it's a 1, we're going to Red Army Haunt first. If it's 2, we're going to Launchpad first. We're going to Launchpad.
I could blow some steam, kill some zombies. There is the ones who tried to kill us anywhere. They said Barry was a zombie. Maybe he's still with them. Also, Barry's man stole a lot of our mirrors. Do we have any more?
As
We have no more. I lost.
you see Casimir scratches his head. It's funny thing. You see, we wake up one morning to find that all mirrors gone except for one. The Shadow Lords who were here before took it with them and left. We have not seen Shadow Lords in 2 weeks.
They hung you out to dry.
It's
Good luck, Pratan.
well, we hope they're fine and they're out there somewhere. They're probably looking for vampires like you. Want to get their investment back with some of the vampires, as they're gonna laugh about that.
See, all they learned was the
Alright.
selfish parts of capitalism, not selfless parts like me.
You don't think too much about that. You watch what you say. You might end up looping around and might become communist one day.
Didn't make any money. Look how that turned out.
All right. As I have the images saved, and we are ready to head out whenever.
Okay,
All right.
I need to blow off some steam.
Let's see.
Let's go.
Now, going into this, let's do it. As uploading everything as I speak. I'll put you on the transit screen.
Also, just noticed
All right,
Sean's
it is-
character, in quotes, hacker known as 4chan. That's hysterical.
There it is. He's a pioneer.
That's right. Where do you think they got the name?
From
There it
John
is.
Johnson.
The man,
And
myth, legend.
eventually, he would become the man known as
I
QAnon.
I might be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure in Russian, Ivan is actually said as a Vanya.
Yeah, it is Vanya.
Yeah,
No,
there it
that's what I
is.
thought.
We've been using the American pronunciation because in America we pronounce the word the way it's spelled.
Yeah, it's what we dumb Yanks do. It's our way.
All right. This country is best country.
Fuck the beast. This is Russia.
But I've been telling you about the conversations I have with Fox, and that being our friend who's Russian but lives outside of Russia, and he tells me, "Dude, I hate your government," and I say, "I hate my government too, dude."
Yep. See, I just hate
You don't
government.
gotta worry about it. It's like it's almost like we should put Sean in a position of power.
I highly agree.
I would either relinquish the position of power entirely, or I would immediately disable everything. I would dismantle the entire thing and then step down.
We would make our currency worth zero of itself.
Honestly,
It should be worth zero.
I love it.
It's not backed by anything.
Sean for president. Let's go.
Oh, you
All
don't
right.
want to do that.
Got my vote.
I can't say what I would do to the people already in power. The wall isn't long enough. How am I going to put them all against the wall? You'd have to build. I would have to build the wall just to line them up against it.
You got Sing the Pink Floyd Wall. And speaking of which,
Isn't there a saying like clear the swamp or something like that?
yeah, drain the swamp.
Drain the swamp. That's what it was.
Yeah, the mistake they made was the whole thing is the swamp.
Yeah, I can't do
Entire
much
It's
thing
about
is
that.
all
swamp.
swamp.
Oh shit, Brad, I made this encounter for this map. Yeah, so we get to hit the ground running with this. Alright. As you are passing through, Ursula, you get a thought. What was our pack name?
Good question.
See, should we rechristen ourselves?
I'll throw that before the committee.
All right. So what do we think? What should we be known as?
The remnants.
See,
The dubious
there it
dialects.
is. See. Yeah. What was that, Ryan?
I not a serious suggestion, but I came up with the dubious dialects.
The fuck is a dialect?
The dubious derelicts.
A very poor condition as a result of disguise or neglect.
There we
That
go.
kind of fits.
Of course, a Stargazer would know that.
But hang on. Did not you kinfolk call us the Black Dragons?
Yeah, that didn't really feel right to me somehow.
But we change it now, then the name will be wrong on the check.
I'm sorry, you said what?
If we change the name now, the name will be wrong on the check.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you gotta ask for a direct deposit then.
This banking system, fucking.
All right, and there we go. This map is how big again? All right. So, going along with well, the Shadow Lord, of course, is going to say that it's her way or the highway. The Revenants.
Those the
We are-
Revenants, and what was the one
we're
that
not-
Ryan said?
It wasn't a serious suggestion, but I'll write it down.
Write it down. Let's see. Now, instead of making a massive map on Roll20, you instead shorten the size of the tokens so that everybody is super small on the map.
It's big brain time.
We reduce your size. Aha. And as we are walking, we have this will be enough time for me to give the cliffhanger I'm looking for. As you are walking, this takes about a day's journey. So as we were walking, we had just a little something to eat while at the camp, so it's enough to keep us together. But yeah, as you are walking, you are beginning to get pretty hungry. Hopefully the zombies haven't rotten to the point where we can't eat them whatsoever. Oh my god, did we actually just think that? Talk about desperate times and desperate measures. So as you are going through, you see the launch pad up in the distance, or at least what's supposed to signal the beginning of the launch pad. Bringing you over and showing you what I've got. Behold, it is an arrow field. You head on over here. Zamir, Ivan, you all look at these. It appears that a bunch of old planes from World War II were retired and placed here. In the middle of Volgograd. Do any of these still work?
I will go over to one.
Probably not, considering this is a little airplane graveyard, but there might be something interesting in these. So as you take a peek at all of these, taking a look here and there, none of the guns work on it. As you were inspecting, there were fighting guns on these, but they have been scuttled. The action has been taken out, and there are no bullets in them whatsoever. As you are taking a peek at everything else, maybe you can remove a propeller blade and use that as a sword.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, be a crazy little image. Let's see, as you take a look at all this, the wheels fine, the seats fine, gauges fine. Well, maybe the plane doesn't necessarily need to work. After all, we do have a glassworker down here who can speak to the machines, and the machines just work for him.
Well, we've escaped strategy. This dumb strategy, but it might work. Who here knows how to fly plane?
Yep. Who has a point and drive?
Me.
In this game, it'll be seafaring. Given
Why
the
is
sheets we're using.
What sheets are we using? That was one thing I was wondering.
This was supposed to be for the incredibly niche Rokia game.
I have nary and
I don't know why it's
seafaring.
Rokia instead of
I have
Werewolves,
nothing in
but
seafaring.
yeah. And now one of us knows how to drive.
Yeah. No.
Let's see him in here.
Who needs to drive in this game?
Well, Sean, you do have control simple machine, so you can at least get the plane to move on its own with the wheels, or make a propeller turn on command, but not enough to make the plane fly on its own. So if you were wanting to mess with the plane, you do have the power for that.
Could I take a look for an instruction manual?
See,
in the plane.
Instruction manual. See, taking a peek. We know how to read, right, Zamir? Your intelligence is 4. Yes, you do know how to read.
I hope so.
Right?
As long as it's in
Russian.
Russian.
Let's see. It is indeed in the funky alphabet. You start flipping through it. It's an instruction manual. It is very old too. Some of the pages are a little wet. And a little moldy on top of that. So
I'm pretty
I
sure I can
guess
figure
we
out how to
could
drive this with this.
fly a plane if that would be a way to leave this place in style. There's as long as carrying capacity is not going to be an issue, we can all fit inside this plane.
How's it on fuel?
See, I was on fuel. There is no fuel, but you can power it off of Gnosis. If, of course, our glassworker knows how to do this right. That's the only question.
Maybe we can find one that has fuel.
And as you were looking around, see if we can find something that has fuel. Candy, you feel something. You feel a presence.
Do I? What sort of
Hang
presence?
on a minute. Something's here. Something's here. There's a fifth person somewhere in this airfield. Okay.
We are not alone.
Question is, who the hell is this? As I'll be DMing you the credit for this song in a minute.
Okay.
And do you want to sense the worm?
I will sense the worm. Yes. Perception and occult.
This is knowing our rotten luck. This is probably going to be a Fomori that's about to jump us.
Yep. Perception and occult. Difficulty 7. Fire. No, that is a point of rage right there.
Let's see, as you're sensing this, instead of sensing the worm, you instead want to get angry. What the worm has already jumped you once this morning, coming in for another attack. It's got your gears really grounded.
I'm in a crouched firing position, scanning the horizon.
Let's see, as you're looking around, waiting for somebody to jump up, you begin to see a body materialize around the corner of this plane. This plane over here.
I got
when
movement.
I'm pinging. As looks like somebody in a soldier's uniform. Is that one of the men who jumped you?
What sort of uniform is he wearing?
Let's see. It appears to be a Russian World War II uniform that he's dressed in.
They're here. Kendi is going to lower the weapon.
As he makes himself known. And there he is. He is, now that you look at him, very young for a soldier. As you lower your gun, and he's got a very... Oh, you piece it together. This is a ghost.
Come on out.
He walks around, and he's got his arms close to his chest. You do see that he's carrying something with him. A Moisen Nagat that he's got strapped over his back. As sheepishly, not exactly like a soldier, he walks over to you. You could see me, right?
Dada. What is your name?
Right. Valery Alexandrov is my name.
Good to meet you, Breton. I'm Candy.
Right. As Zamir, Ursula, who the hell is he talking to? As you look around the corner, you two can see him too.
Who are you talking to?
One of the ghosts. He's made himself known.
Right. Had to use some of my pathos to make myself seen. There's more of you. As you see, he's a little shy. He takes a step back when he sees all four of you.
Kendi's gonna turn around and keep a hand up, telling him to stay back. Not to worry. We come as friends. We want to help.
Good. Because, yeah, I really do need the help. You came here and the the bodies of a lot of my friends, they're coming back up, and they're warped. They don't look like they used to in life.
Whooped how?
There's their bodies twist and swell in weird places. They've got skin hanging off of their cheeks, these massive mouths filled with razor sharp teeth. I know they didn't have that when they were alive.
I think I know what is happening. But don't worry. We can help. You keep safe.
And but there's another thing too. There's this strange guy. He's got shadows that follow him. He ran in here, and a bunch of other guys chased after him. There was something weird about them. Their hearts didn't beat. Yep, immediate vampire.
Kennedy's gonna keep the word from his mouth because he isn't sure what wraiths know and don't know about the Veil. Actually, can I roll for that? Is there a way that I can tell how much the wraiths actually know about the Veil?
Intelligence and occult, difficulty 8.
Good thing I am actually kind of smart. Alright, intelligence, occult,
Yeah, how much you know about this?
difficulty 8.
Now give difficulty.
Ah, damn.
Jeez, you're thinking about this. You don't have certain knowledge. You want to say that because of your clan's connection with Wraith Society, they probably know a lot, but once again, the litany that's popping in your mind. You probably shouldn't say anything to this guy.
Did the ones without heartbeats see you?
No, I didn't make myself known. I stayed in the Shadowlands and I saw them from a distance.
I see. If you see others around here like you, tell them to keep hidden. We will take care of them.
It doesn't feel right staying off to the side and just watching this happen.
Then follow me. Stay behind me. You'll be okay.
Well, then again, I'm not much of a fighter either. I'm sorry, but I'm not that good of a shot. But I know a way I can help you.
Show us the way.
As you approach him, Ursula, you see that as he was talking, he looks at you. He was about to say something. Instead, his mouth just hangs open as he looks over you.
Oh,
I
didn't mean to
he's
interrupt.
dead, and in this moment, he is wishing he had some skin.
Oh.
You make a dead man come back to life.
As you see, he just with your appearance of 5, he doesn't think about this. You see, he picks up his helmet in order to slick his hair back, to try to calm himself. What you see underneath his helmet immediately turns you off. You see, he's got a death mark on him. The wound somebody has that shows how they died. The back of his scalp is completely missing.
No.
That is wolf.
That's
was
what
like-
you look like. I'll point to Candy.
I look like that.
As he's going like, sorry, you weren't supposed to see that.
Well, you have my
It
condolences.
happens.
Ursula, with 3 points in empathy, you recognize how he got shot like that. That was a suicide.
That was my guess.
As he's going to look back, what I can do to help you, this gun, it's not a ghost gun. It's not Stygian iron either. It's It's real. You can take it. You can hold it. And with Ursula right next to him, he's going to hand the gun to her.
I'll accept it.
As you take the gun, you look over it. Okay. It's a museum piece, that's for certain. It's a Mosin Nagant made around, say, the early 1940s. This gun is around 59 years old, from the look of it. And it's a little bit weathered, too.
That gon' kill Nazis. Hold on to that.
What sort of a gun is it?
It's a Mosin
it's
Nagant.
a
It is a
bolt-action
bolt-action
rifle.
rifle.
A fairly long one as well. They're like
Yeah.
4 feet long. They're
Yeah,
pretty long.
Yeah,
And
this
then
was
on top of that, they have a bayonet usually.
Yes.
Yeah, the Russian gun. As for all who don't know what the gun looks like, posting it into the Roll20.
I would like to note funny
yeah.
little historical fact about World War II rifles. When the Americans were doing Lend-Lease, the Soviet Red Army got thousands of M1 Garands, which the Russian soldier actually preferred over the rather issued Mosin Nagant, except for the fact that the M1 Garand was much heavier than the standard Mosin Nagant, much heavier than the Russian soldier was accommodated to carrying.
It's funny too because the Garand is actually much shorter as well. It's just a chunky boy.
It is, and it fires a 30-06. It's a heavy gun. Sorry,
I've always wanted one.
Random World War II tangent. Anyway,
top 10 guns to own.
Just for the ping.
As the what's it called? The Garand.
Yes.
Yeah, the ping. The Call of Duty ping. Yes.
Sorry. Anyway,
as you take the gun, you see that Valery grabs the end of the gun, and using a point of pathos, he uses embody. You see, he possesses the gun, as his soul, you guess, flies into it and possesses the gun. As it's odd to hold it, Ursula. Because the gun, you can feel it. It's almost alive. In fact, as you're looking at it, you see that the bolt pulls itself back and arms itself.
that's cool.
Aha. So not necessarily a fetish gun, but a gun that fires itself. All you need to do is aim.
Okay. Does it supply its own bullets?
He's only got 5 shots, so use them wisely.
Okay.
All right. And with that, Valerie joins your party.
Cool. I might need to mess with that later. I think I can make that to good things.
All right.
Okay.
As see with him, we are still not entirely sure how rates fully operate, but well, we'll figure it out from him soon enough. We now have a guy that can help teach us about rates. And with Valerie in your hands, you feel him slowly twist himself. Ursula, he is pointing you towards that plane.
Which plane?
See, this one.
This one.
The one in the back corner.
Okay. Alrighty.
Well-
He wants us to go this way, guys.
Okay.
So the wraith has disappeared entirely.
He is
He's
in the
possessed
gun.
He's
my gun?
inside the gun. Yeah.
Okay then.
So it's like the trope of living equipable ally. That's what he is.
Yes.
Of course, he can always jump out of the gun, but that'll use a point of pathos if he does that, and he's very limited on those.
Given he's a
Though
war-
mechanically, I will
Good.
reveal it. Every time you gain a point of rage, he gains a point of pathos along with you.
Oh, that's good.
After all, pathos, the way that works, you need to feel strong emotions around a wraith for him to get that. And there we go. And wraiths can't generate that on their own. They need other people to do that. Alright. So, as you proceed, you see a small flash of light coming from that cockpit. Is that a reflective surface? Possible way into the Umbra, maybe?
Hey. There's
As
no
you start heading that way.
no mirrors, right?
Yep, we have no mirrors. We could really use one.
Spyglass, you see that?
There we
I
go.
will utilize my eye and try to get a better look.
See, as you look, it doesn't look like a mirror. It looks like broken glass. But if it reflects enough, we can use it.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Divorce.
Right. Check this out. See, and as you head on over, as you take a peek inside, you see that it's not a mirror. It appears to be a broken liquor bottle. But it seems that the glass has been rearranged into a mosaic disc. The glass has been pressed together as much as it can be. You begin to wonder if Valerie set it up like this.
So it's a
If he did,
Okay.
how much does he know about the veil?
I think Rifleman knows a bit more than he lets on.
Well, we now have a way to step sideways. Shall we attempt it again?
Let's do it.
Right. Ladies
All right.
first.
Well, after all, she has to whip. She can go whenever she wants.
That is right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I get for being a gentleman. I'll step sideways.
All right. Roll Gnosis, difficulty 7.
My nose is shit. No.
Did you try? Yep, you're stuck. This is going to take a minute. Ivan, immediately. All right. Let's see, who else? Yeah, but it seems that everybody except the Sunstrider. Now you know the pain of being into the road.
Yes, except you have
You don't
slipped
have-
sideways.
Yeah, where it just goes off on its own sometimes.
Yep.
Except that kind of plays to my benefit.
Kind of does. It's not really a flaw.
It can be in the worst situation.
Yep.
You do it while in the middle of a conversation with a Monday. All right. Eventually, Kendi, you would switch over as you swap into the Umbra, and oh, that's what it looks like. You shift sideways. You thought the ground was bloody before when you woke up this morning? No, the ground is blood in this part of the Umbra. Oh, this is deep corruption you're feeling. In fact, how you're standing, Ivan, the ground is thin beneath you. It's almost like this isn't solid ground. This is a veil that you're standing on top of. As you press your finger to it, you slide a sharp fingernail down and create a slit in the veil. You put your eye to it and, oh, that's where we need to go. We need to go under the ground to find out where we're supposed to go from here and find the vampires and the zombie source.
We need to dig.
All right.
Looks like.
And with that, sending call the credit, that is where we will cliffhang this first episode of Rage Across Russia.
Oh boy.
Very good.
All right.
Uh,
There we go. We'll begin the drip feed with 2 points of experience.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, like you did much combat or anything.
No.
All right. Well, talk with Rapid and Dan about how I'm running Hunter the Reckoning. Where he made a joke after that episode we did of Ridge Cross Appalachia, where Kyle said, "All right, you did good. You progressed the story. You killed a set-type primogen, 10 experience points." And
Like,
then the session I do afterwards. All right, you guys did good. You progressed the story along, 2 XP.
Yeah, look, I'm still learning how to balance a game properly, so.
You know what though?
mean,
I feel like that's good though when we're not doing a lot of like combat or things like we're like this is all story stuff. Like, and to be fair, when we do a lot of like combat and things like that, you do give considerable more experience.
Yeah,
Right.
because like the past 2 sessions have been nothing but combat for Rage Cross Appalachia.
Whoever killed that primogen needs some extra honor.
Yeah, somebody commented that was like it was cleft because he had a shotgun and he is fucking loaded on decks and firearms, and it was silver.
Probably
It was
glory.
a silvered shell, so he just blasted him in the chest, and he fucked up his soak roll, so he took all 10 points of aggro damage.
And there we go. He's gone.
Yeah, so
I got the vampire game I'm in. My DM will give out 5 XP for showing up, and then he'll dish out additional XP based on RP or story plot points.
You are drowning in XP by that point.
Jesus,
Yeah, so we get anywhere from 6 to 9 XP.
damn, that's kind of nice though. I don't know. We'll see how. I know that for Appalachian next session, it's going to be much more RP heavy. I'm going to say that ahead of time, especially because, well, evidently ends the road and Jennifer need to go on a date. As it turns out.
Sure, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're gonna get
You're not
stood
gonna
up,
blow me.
ends.
Go fucking ghost me.
You're gonna get stood up hardcore.
Yeah. The drama will intensify.
But is going to show up instead and be like, "Why am I here?"
That's gonna be really funny. Anyway, yeah, Russia.
All right, there we
To
go.
quote a very famous Ukrainian developer, "Get out of there, stalker."
There we go. We're going to get more stalkery as the game goes on, too.
Good, because I'm terrible at that game.
All right.
All right, good night,
And we can cut it here
Good night, everybody.
at GN.